Hi everybody, this is Anthony Vasquez, and today I'm going to present about cloud computing. Cloud computing is important because 80% of small businesses are projected to be using cloud computing within the next few years. It's no longer going to be about storing data on your PC hard drive. Everything's going to be accessible on the internet through the cloud. So personal computers are obviously things that have been around for a long time, but everything is now moving towards the cloud. It's about storing and transferring this data. This presentation will include the three types of cloud, the benefits and drawbacks of cloud computing, and how it is beneficial for businesses. So preview, what is cloud computing? What are the three types of cloud? We're then going to talk about the benefits of cloud computing and the drawbacks of cloud computing. We'll then conclude our presentation by talking about cloud computing in businesses and go over a brief summary. So what is cloud computing? Essentially, it's about storing data and information over the internet rather than using a PC's hard drive. What are the three types of cloud? The first one is the infrastructure. It's the part of the cloud concerned with storage, backup, and security. A few examples I have of this is Voice over Internet Protocol and Amazon Web Services. Second type is platform. This is the part of the cloud that allows customers to develop their own applications. And a few examples of this would be the Google App Engine and Microsoft Azure. The third type is the software aspect. This is the internet-based software typically rented by the month, and these pieces of software are the apps that everyday consumers use. A few apps that I can think of that are used with cloud computing would be Microsoft Office 365 and as well as Google Apps. So what are the benefits of storing your data online? Well, for one, you're going to have flexibility. If you only have your data on your PC's hard drive, the only location where that data is going to be available is on that specific PC. If you have your data on the cloud, you can access it on any mobile device. It can be accessed on a laptop, your phone, a tablet. It's just a lot easier and it's much more reliable to have it on an online server than just on your PC. The recovery aspect is another big portion of using the cloud. It's just the fact that if your PC, for whatever reason, gets broken or it gets stolen or something goes wrong with your personal computer, you're always going to have the ability to access your files and documents online just using a different piece of equipment. So it's much better in that aspect, and you're always going to have access to your documents. You're also going to be able to work and collaborate anywhere. Like I said, with just a PC, that's the only location you're going to be able to access your documents. With the cloud, you can use any piece of technology that has the internet, and you can access your documents through that way. The security on the cloud is also much better than if you were to just store information on your PC's hard drive. With the cloud, I mean, no hacker has come up with a way to hack the cloud yet. Everybody's information seems pretty secure. There's been no significant hacks in terms of data yet. And it's because these companies that own these data servers have come up with lots of intricate and complex ways to defend your information. So not only is it more secure on the cloud, but it's a much, much safer option than just storing your information on your hard drive. You can do both, but it looks like the future is going to the cloud with terms of storing data. It's also environmentally friendly. I mean, you're not going to have to store any physical documents, anything like that of that nature. Everything's going to be stored on one central database on an online server. So what are the drawbacks of cloud computing? Well, the first one is that vendors will go out of business and lose app data. I mean, that goes without saying. You also need a reliable internet service. And this is a big concern with a lot of people because there'll be times where your internet will go down, maybe due to a bad weather or something like that. But the only way to access this data is if you have internet. If your internet goes down all of a sudden, you're not going to be able to access it anymore. So it's going to have to be a reliable internet service for cloud computing to be beneficial for you. But I mean, in today's day and age, most people have pretty reliable internet, so I don't see the huge concern with that. But for whatever reason, a lot of people like to point that out as a huge drawback. A lot of other people say that it's not suitable for programmers. That is somewhat true. And then the last one is not all apps are needed that are currently available in the App Store. Now you have apps in there like LibreOffice, which is pretty much a clone of Microsoft Office. I mean, that's a great app there. But then there's more niche apps that haven't been developed yet that you would really want to use if you were going to replace your computer with a different type of object like the Chromebook, for example. If you can't get the apps that you need, a lot of people aren't going to, think that cloud computing is already the way to go. They're still going to use their PCs. So cloud computing in business, like I said, if everything's stored on a local server online, different businesses are going to be able to use the same servers, store all their information on these servers, or retrieve the information and back and forth. And it'll just be a lot more efficient for businesses to store their information this way. So in summary, cloud computing is about storing data over the internet rather than on a physical hard drive. Cloud computing is important because businesses are adapting to the cloud, and knowledge of how the cloud works is becoming more important in the workforce. There are three types of cloud: infrastructure, platform, and software. The benefits of cloud computing include increased flexibility and security, as well as the ability to work and collaborate anywhere at any time. And lastly, the main drawback of cloud computing is that internet access is not always available. So in conclusion, cloud computing is more important than ever. With many projecting the market to expand to 200 to 300 billion by 2020, understanding what the cloud does, the three types of cloud, and its benefits and drawbacks is important for future job prospects, but also for your own personal benefit. Thank you so much for watching my presentation on cloud computing, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.